Здравствуйте. That is a Russian greeting, so welcome. I'm glad you're joining STI Language Studies, and this is our Russian language lesson number 3. And I'm glad you're joining me. I'm really happy to be able to do this study together with you guys, whoever out there who are listening. And it's exciting to learn a new language. It really is. And I hope that you're following along. And if you have any problems, you're always welcome to join our Telegram group. We have a STA Language Studies Russian Telegram group where we can share our concerns, ask questions, or I can share some material with you guys. So I'll be there just to help you out, guys, as you do this study with me. So you're welcome to join. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to take it easy, so nothing to worry about, no stress. We're just going to practice the things we have learned so far. So we're only going to practice some emphasis matters today, and we are going to practice reading out loud some new words, and then lastly writing them down in handwriting style. So we have now learned the letters A, Ye, let me see, just a moment, Ka, M, O, T. So that was the AM keto letters. And then we have learned V, N, R, S, U, and H. So those are letters we're gonna stick to today. We're not gonna learn any new letters today. We're just gonna practice these and also the emphasis, because last time I told you guys that some Russian words they are pronounced a bit different depending on the emphasis. If the vowel in the syllable is the one that is stressed or emphasized, then it usually remains as it is. The sound of that letter remains as normal. But if that vowel is not stressed, then it can change a bit. It can have a different phonetics. So normally O is pronounced like A if it's not emphasized, like in akno, and E is pronounced more like E if it's not emphasized, so in sistra. All right, so but I'm not gonna go into this matter anymore because I already explained this the last time. So if you're familiar and unfamiliar with this and you do want to practice this, you can go back to the part 2 video and hear that out there. It's only 30 minutes long, so please go back to that one if you want to check this matter again. Okay, so today I'm gonna introduce you guys some new words with the letters we have learned so far, and we're gonna try to put the emphasis on the right letter on each word. So we're gonna listen them out and then try to listen. This is kind of like a listening comprehension. We're gonna listen where the emphasis is. We're gonna practice marking that emphasis with this kind of marking. This is not something you normally see in a Russian text, but now that we are learning, we can use that for our benefit. So, and then once we have done the emphasis marking, then I'm going to give you a few exercises how we can practice all of those words. Okay, so let's begin. Here's a list of words, and you can see how exciting it is when you can actually write Russian with your computer. So I recommend you do the thing I told you guys on the first video, that you add the Russian language into your into your keyboard system, so you can also write Russian, which is pretty cool. So yeah, firstly, I want you guys just to repeat them after the tape, because it's always really important that once we study a new language, we get a lot of reading out loud and just speaking out loud. So you only repeat them, and then we can do it another time. And on the second round, I want you guys to try to mark the emphasis on the letter that you guys think is emphasized in each word. So normally the emphasis on a vowel, so that helps you out, but you have to kind of listen whether the emphasis is on the first syllable or on the second, or on any other if there are more syllables there. But anyways, you have to listen out where the emphasis is put on each word and try to mark it, and then we can check if we got them right. Okay? So this is exciting. I'm just gonna go to my MP3.
Термос.
Termos.
Куратор.
Kurator.
Аорта.
Aorta.
Ванна.
Vanna.
Кран.
Kran.
Место.
Место.
Товар.
Товар.
Нет.
Нет.
Метро.
Метро.
Карта.
Карта.
Масса.
Масса.
Номер.
Номер.
Оркестр.
Оркестр.
Контакт.
Контакт.
Норма.
Норма.
Космос.
Космос.
Ветеран.
Ветеран.
Крем.
Крем.
Кактус.
Кактус.
Матрос.
Матрос.
Кассета.
Кассета.
Марка.
Марка.
Нектар.
Нектар.
Кокос.
Кокос.
Контраст.
Контраст.
Ракета.
Ракета.
Коран.
Коран.
Кратер.
Кратер.
Ремонт.
Ремонт.
Крокус.
Крокус.
Мотор.
Мотор.
Урна.
Urna. All right, as you noticed, in some words, the letters O and E were completely pronounced like we learned the last time. Like O's were pronounced like A, and some of the E letters were pronounced like E. So you could clearly hear that truly happened on some of the words, and that kind of helps you on putting the emphasis on the vowel that remains the same as it is supposed to be pronounced normally. So when you hear that some of the vowels are pronounced differently, then you know that those are the unstressed vowels, unstressed syllables, where they are said the wrong kind of in a different way. So that is a hint for you guys for the next task. So I'm gonna try to make it slower this time, and we can listen this through again. But now you need well, you didn't have a pen and paper, but how do we mark these? Well, maybe the good idea is that you pause right now and you do take a pen and paper, and you write these words if you can, or you how would it be the easiest way for you guys to do this? Maybe if you take a screenshot of this one, or with a phone you take a photo and then you mark there by using a digital pen or something. That might work better for some of you. But anyway, you do it as you like, but we're going to practice recognizing the emphasis where it is in each word. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be a challenge for me too, but yeah, we'll give it a try, and I'll try to make it slower this time. And don't worry, I'm sure you'll get some of them wrong, but don't mind that. I did the same when I did this the first time. So practice makes perfect. Okay. So here are the words in Russian, and here they are in English. And now we're just gonna go through each of them. Let me see if I can pause it so you'll have time to mark each emphasis. Okay, so you just have to pay attention to the pronunciation of the word, and how they put the or where do they put the emphasis. Okay, that's all you have to do. Just mark the letter where you think the emphasis is, and that remains the same. Okay, so that doesn't change. All right, let me go back to my MP3.
Термос.
So that was thermos. So please mark the emphasis. Where do you think it is? If it's on a vowel, I think it has to be on a vowel. Let me check. Did I remember that right? Yeah, looks like it, that the emphasis is always on a vowel sound.
Термос.
Thermos. So there you can clearly hear that the O letter is pronounced A. Thermos. So that gives you a hint that the emphasis must be on the first vowel E and not on the O, because the O sounds like A, right? So there we know that that's in a unemphasized vowel then. Okay. So yeah, let's continue. As you can see here, some vowels change their phonetics when they're in an unstressed syllable. So just keep that in mind, okay? Let's continue. Next word.
Куратор.
That did sound like curator. Like there the O was like A again. I'm not sure. Curator. To me it sounded like the last O was more like A. Okay, but let's continue. I'm not gonna help you out so long, so you have to try to think of these on your own. So, but let's go to the third one.
Аорта. Ванна. Кран. Место. Товар.
Tavar. There you heard that the first O was like A. Tavar, not tovar, but tavar. So then the emphasis is on the last syllable, right?
Нет.
And by the way, not all words have to have an emphasis. So there might be some words that don't have an emphasis if they are short.
Метро. Карта. Масса. Номер. Оркестр. Контакт. Норма.
I hope this is going easier for you guys now. You get the hang of it?
Космос. Ветеран.
Well, those E letters were clearly pronounced like E. Vitiran, right? Not veteran, but vitiran.
Крем. Кактус. Матрос. Кассета. Марка. Нектар. Кокос.
That was clear. Kakos, not kokos, but kakos. So you know how to mark the emphasis then. So yeah, the vowel that doesn't change is the one that is emphasized, right?
Контраст.
So in this one you heard contrast. So let me use that as an example. Contrast. So there the emphasis is clearly on the a vowel, which remains the same as a, contrast. It doesn't change. But the first vowel o changes into a, so it's not pronounced as contrast, but contrast, contrast. So you can hear the last a being emphasized, contrast, and the first vowel is not emphasized, so it changes into a. Okay.
Ракета. Коран.
Oh, that was clear. Not Koran, Koran, not Koran. No, that would be the wrong way of saying it. Koran, but Karan, Karan. So the first vowel changes into a again. So it is unstressed then. Karan.
Кратер. Ремонт.
Wow. Not remont, but remont. So there the e changes into e again.
Крокус. Мотор.
Oh, that there the o was a clear a again, so clear phonetic change there. Motor.
Урна.
All right, we got them. Good job. I hope it helped a bit when I explained and I took it slow. So let's check these out now. So the right emphasis, I'll try to mark them quickly somehow so you can see the answers. On the first word, the emphasis was on e here. So that is pronounced like termas. Termas. Well, let me not repeat this because I might say them all wrong, but I will just show you the answers so you can do the checking. So there it is on e. On the second one, the emphasis was on a. On the third word, it was on o. Then on the fourth, it was on a, on the first a. Then here in kran, there was no emphasis at all. In this one, it was in the first e, so that was mesto. And in taran, it was on that one. And in niet, there was no emphasis. And then in metro, it was on the last vowel, metro. Then in karta, it was on the first a. And then in massa, it was on the first vowel. Now I'm repeating this again. I just want to practice. Sorry if I get them right or wrong. Nomer, it was on the O. And then orchestra, it was on the E letter. No, yeah, it was. I have the answers here that I'm using, if you, in case you're wondering. So I'm checking checking these out myself as well. So orchestra. Then the next one, conduct. So it's on this one. Conduct. And norma, it was on the first O. Cosmos, that was a clear O there. Then veteran, here it was on the last A. Maybe it was veteran, like E, I'm not sure. Then creme doesn't have any emphasis on it. Then the next one has it on A, cactus, like this. And matros, here it was on the O. Then caseta, it was on the A letter. And then marca, it was on the first vowel A, marca. And nectar, it was on A. And the A was a bit like E there. Then cocos, or caco, was it cacos or cocos? I don't remember. Anyway, it has it on the last O. And then contract. Oh, this was a clear one. This had an A there, if I remember right. And the emphasis was on the last vowel. Contract. Contract. Yep. And then raqueta. It was on the E. Then Karan, this was a clear one because the O changed into A, so it must be on this one. Karan. And crater, it was on the A, or crater, I don't remember. Then remont, it was on the O. And crocus, it was on O. And mator, it was on the last vowel. It was on the first U letter. All right, so these were the answers. I just underlined them so that was easier for me to mark. Okay, let's go to our next exercise. Now we're gonna listen these through again, but this time you will not hear all of them. Some of these words are left out, and you have to mark the ones that you don't hear. Or, let me say, maybe it's easier that you mark the ones that you do hear, and then we will check the ones that we're missing. Okay, so let's continue to our second B exercise.
B. Термос. Куратор. Аорта. Кран. Товар. Нет. Метро. Масса. Номер. Контакт. Норма. Космос. Ветеран. Кактус. Кассета. Марка. Нектар. Кокос. Контраст. Коран. Кратер. Ремонт. Urna.
Okay, good job. We got the B exercise done. All right, so let's check out the answers. The words that were not mentioned were this one. So vanna, which is a bathtub, vanna. And then the next one that was left out was mesto, so a place, mesto. And then the next one was kartta, so a map in English. That is actually a map in Finnish too, this one, kartta. And then the next one was orchestra, so an orchestra. And then the next one was crème, cream. And then the next one was matros, this one, a seaman. And then raketa, a rocket. And then crocus, a flower. And then motor, a motor. Yes, so yeah, those were the ones left out. So good job if you got them all right, or at least most of them. Yeah, so I think we're almost done for today's lesson, but the homework that I'm going to give you is that you need to write all of these words in handwriting. So in order to keep you going with the handwriting skill as well, so you always have to practice a bit of it. So yeah, it's just the way how we do it here. So I will give you a lot of handwriting homework to do. And in case you don't have the handwriting chart, here it is. I got it from the internet, so you can see plenty of these if you want to Google a Russian alphabet in handwriting. So, but I think this is a good photo of it. So this is basically how you do it. You just check the capital letters from here and the lowercase letters from here. All right, and then you just put them together as we have practiced so far. So that is your task for today, to do all of these words in handwriting and checking each letter from here. So that's all for today. So good job, guys. You're following along so well. And isn't this fun? We are always learning something new. The next time we're going to meet, I'm going to teach you at least 2 more letters. So thank you guys for joining us on this study, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.